Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This lighting is not going to be the greatest because I just had some free time right now to film this. So thank you for having patience with my lighting today. My video is going to be called my weight issues and my weight problems because I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. And what a better way to tell you guys how I feel about my weight and my body issues. And hopefully, some of you guys can relate to me and I can make you feel a little bit better somehow. So, let me just start from when I thought I started having weight problems. The beginning of, let me see, when I was about 13 years old, I was in middle school and I started developing. I think I started developing actually even before that, like, curves and boobs and a butt and stuff like that. And I started developing, so I was really, really young and I would get a lot of male attention. At 13 years old, I honestly really didn't like it. And it was a big, it was a bad experience for me because it almost made me kind of not hate men, but just have a negative impression of men. It made me have a negative impression of men. Um, when I was 13 years old and I started developing, I've never been, well, actually, I was like bone skinny when I was very, very, very little, but I've never been a thin person and I don't have a thin frame body. So, um, when I was 13, it's so funny because my dad would actually tell me that I was overweight and that I was fat. And I remember I used to wear this gray sweater every single day to school. And because in my head I was fat. And it's so funny because now I look back at those pictures and I'm like, man, I wish I was like that fat right now because I wasn't really like that fat, if that makes any sense. Um, so I remember I used to wear this gray sweater every day to school, and nobody ever. I don't want you to think that like I was teased and that I was made fun of because no, that was actually never the case. I was never teased. I was never made fun of, but like I said, I did get a lot of male attention. So after that, um, when I feel like I really gained a lot of weight was actually in the 11th grade. And funny thing, the 11th grade, we don't have PE anymore. Well, I mean, I don't know if things have changed, but when I was in high school and we were in 11th grade, we we were not required to have PE anymore. So while we are thinking, yes, no more PE, we're free, cool, awesome, we don't have to do that hour of exercise, it was actually like the biggest downfall for me weight wise because I gained so much weight after that. By 12th grade and when I graduated, I was at the biggest I had ever been in my 26 years of life. I had hit 230 pounds. Mind you, I didn't know I was that fat. I didn't know I was that fat or that big because I just was like, oh, I'm curvy, I'm sexy. I was still getting attention from males. I was still pulling game. I mean, I was like the shit. So I didn't know. Turns out when I go to Mexico for a family vacation, my cousins looked at me like, whoa. And so I'm just kind of like, whatever, just a little here, a little there. And but they were never rude about it and they never said anything really mean. I remember one night they said, Jackie, remember last time you came? And I was like, yeah, I remember. They said, do you want to look pictures of that last trip? And I said, yeah. So we pulled up these pictures. My jaw literally dropped because I was skinny. In my frame skinny. And I couldn't believe it. And I looked at myself and I looked at the pictures and I looked at myself and I was just like, oh my God, like, what have I become? Why did I let myself go like this so bad? The reason why I did gain a lot more weight was because, after high school, I was 230 pounds, and then I maintained those 230 pounds for about like a year after. And I went through a really, really bad breakup. Really bad. Like, let me tell you, that has been the worst breakup that I have ever endured in my life. And that could probably be a whole nother video. Um, and in that breakup, I didn't do anything. I didn't go out. I didn't go out dancing, which is another thing that I'm really passionate about. I didn't do anything. And I just, I probably got bigger. And so that Mexico trip was more of like, let me just distract myself. Let me touch bases with myself again. I don't know why Mexico does that to me. It's probably my family. I don't know. And so, me and my cousin sat down and we were talking, and she just kind of asked me like, why did you let yourself, go like that? And I knew it was because of that bad relationship that I had, that it had escalated that badly. But moral, like, the point of the story is we made a pact that day that I would get back and I would lose weight. And that's exactly what ended up happening. I came back, and as soon as I got back, I remember I was like low on funds, and I ended up asking my coworker for a borrowed money to start a diet program. I went to a diet clinic, and what they gave me was phentermine, which is an appetite suppressant, and I'm sure it's a lot more other things. But yeah, that could be a whole nother thing, and that can be a whole nother video. Surprisingly for me, phentermine worked amazingly. And I lost 50 pounds. 50 pounds. I want to say I lost 50 pounds, and I'm not kidding you. I lost 50 pounds in about 3 months. It sounds like so much, but that's what it was. No, I'm lying. It was 4 months. I know for sure it was 4 months. I had gone down to the biggest was 230, but I was at 220, and then I went down to 170 pounds. I know what you're thinking. 170 pounds? Damn. But in all reality, and I'll try to insert a picture here of what I looked like at 170 pounds. 170 pounds looks very good on me. Like, that is my ultimate goal, even as of now. That is my ultimate, like, this, I look amazing like this. That's my number one. Like, I've never looked better than, 170. So So when I dropped out to 170, I right away got sick. I got super sick one night. I ended up having to go to the hospital, and it turned out, after like 3 or 4 visits, it turned out that I had gallstones. So, I have Kaiser insurance, and like, not to throw shit on Kaiser insurance, but I almost died with them. I'm sure a lot of you have too. They scheduled my gallbladder removal a month a month after finding out that I already needed to have my gallbladder taken out. So, anyways, to make a long story short, um, yada yada yada, I ended up going a month without being able to eat hardly anything. I was down to eating like boiled potatoes, lettuce, and rice with like absolutely like no oil or nothing. It wasn't cute, but that's what I had to survive on for that month. Well, when they took my gallbladder out, it literally was like, food, come to me. Come to me. I had gone through such trauma because I wasn't able to eat through that month, because I'm a very good eater. And so I had gone through so much trauma. All I wanted to do was eat everything that was in my face. And I told myself, like, okay, Jackie, you're going to eat whatever you want. Yeah, cool. You didn't eat for a month. but you're going to get right back on track. Well, let me tell you, that didn't happen. That didn't happen because I was able to maintain that weight for about after I had my operation, I was able to maintain that weight for about 3 months, and then slowly but surely my numbers were going up. My numbers were going up, but they were going up honestly because I was not taking care of myself anymore. It wasn't because the Venture Me didn't work, or it wasn't because, I mean, I know it was, that was all me. Yeah, I gained it because I ate unhealthy, and of course, if you eat unhealthy, you're gonna gain weight no matter what. So, I ended up gaining weight, and then um, when when I got pregnant, I was already at like 200. I was at 200 when I got pregnant. From my pregnancy, I only gained 15 pounds. When I had my baby, within 1 week, I lost those 15 pounds. So I was back to 200, and I was like, yes, I'm in the clear zone. Like, I should be at 170, but it could have gone a lot worse with this pregnancy, and it didn't. So I was really happy. I was really ecstatic. But I started just getting these cravings to eat, like, just, oh my God, greasy ass food, salty ass food, junk food, everything, all bad, chips, cookies, soda, as much as I could get. I was getting like really bad cravings, and I could not stop myself. So now my son is 9 months old, and um I'm at 220 pounds. I don't feel bad about saying my weight. I don't feel embarrassed to say my weight. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm like, feeling bad over here, because I'm not. But I will tell you this. It does bother me to be 220 pounds. It bothers me in the sense that physically, I'm not able to do what I was doing when I was, at 170. Like, I was, and it took like, I was able to do the 5 mile loop in an hour and 15 minutes. It's like this loop, this hiking loop, and it's kind of hard. But I was able to do that. I was able to run 2 miles without stopping, and my body didn't hurt. My back was okay. And like now I'm saying that the 220 pounds bother me because my back is killing me all the time. My knees are hurting, which that's actually something that's new, like, it's totally new. It's never happened to me before, but my knees are hurting so bad. And I know it's because of the weight gain, and I'm carrying around a 20-pound baby, constantly. So that doesn't help. Um, Most of all, when I had my son, I told myself that I would not buy any clothes. Even through my pregnancy, I didn't have to buy very many clothes because I was wearing my leggings. Like, thank you, because I was able to wear my leggings throughout my pregnancy. And now, now every single time that I go to my closet, it's like a constant reminder of, how big I have gotten. And honestly, it kills me. It kills me to know that whatever I put on myself, I was wearing these clothes when I was 200 pounds, and now I'm 220. So there's going to be a difference in what the clothes looked like before and what the clothes look like now. So it is a constant battle whenever I go to my closet to get dressed, because since I don't want to buy clothes, because I'm gonna lose weight, and I'm gonna get back into my old clothes. It's just not happening, and it's just making me like almost. I could even say it's making me depressed, because I'm having to think of like, oh my God, I'm a big girl, and I don't have any clothes to wear, and I look stupid. You know what? If you hear this, it's my chair. I'm not farting, okay? Like, I look stupid. I look like I'm busting out of a tamale wrapper, or like I'm like a muffin top, and I mean, it's just like, seriously, it's so depressing every time I go to my closet. So I finally gave in 9 months after I had my son, and I said, you know what? Enough is enough. Like, I'm not losing the weight. And it's not that I don't want to. It really is not that I don't want to. It's just for some reason I'm going through a lot of stress financially. You know, my I'm a single parent and going back to school and looking for a job. I mean, I have a job, but it's just, it's I have like this constant thing of like progressing and getting better and doing more. And so I'm constantly, that's always constantly on my mind. Like, how can I progress? How can I get better? How can I do more? And so it's been really stressful. And let me tell you, like, that's my number one reason for craving the junk food is stress. Stress will make me want to eat, and when I eat, like it does, it gives me happiness for like that hour, and then I feel really sick because since I don't have my gallbladder anymore, like anytime I put a lot of oil in my body totally feels it. It doesn't like it. It doesn't agree with it, and so I feel really sick afterward, but it's just something that I can't control. If you guys have any tips or if you guys have any you know, advice as far as to like what you do to try to cut your cravings down, like please comment below. Tell me how you guys have, helped yourself with weight loss and stuff like that. So, um I gave in and I decided to finally go and buy clothes. Um Forever 21 and Charlotte Russe. Like when I was younger, they didn't have a plus size section, and like now they do. And I'm not ashamed to say that my fat ass, went to the plus size section and got myself some shirts. I got myself some shirts, and luckily the juniors, like the jeans, I was still able to get in the junior section, and so I got like two pairs of jeans, and I'm like, I just need to feel good about myself. I need to make like feel pretty. I need to feel um like what I do feel inside. I need to, kind of match the outside, cuz even though I'm telling you that it's depressing to go to the closet and that it's depressing to put on these clothes that don't fit me anymore, I don't want you to have the impression that I don't like myself and that I don't like my body. Because like how I told you before, when I was at my biggest, I still thought I was a shit. Like I don't know, I don't want to sound cocky and I don't want to sound conceited, but I like my figure. Even at the weight that it is now. I like my figure. I look at myself in the mirror, nude, and I don't I don't want to say I like what I see, but um but that's the case, I feel beautiful. I did a nude shoot recently with my bosses in the company that I work for. And let me tell you, it is the most beautiful shoot I've ever had in my whole life. And it was better than my lingerie shoot, like honestly, by far. Actually, one of my pictures, I got it done to be the cover of my phone. I know you can't tell too well. And then I put my name down here, Jackie Ophelia. And this is when I had long hair. But yeah, so I got it into the cover of my phone, and I really do like my body. But let me tell you, when I'm at 170, whoo, whoo, damn. I sure do look pretty. I sure do look pretty. And I know in my mind that I can get back down to that. When, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know when. Um, I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know what's stopping me. I don't know what's the block. I don't know why I can't like resist my cravings. Um, it's so weird. It's so weird. I've never ever been in this position before. I've been stressed out. I've been, and I was able to just kind of like brush it off my shoulder, but I guess I've never been a single mom before, and that's pretty darn new. So I guess that was my ultimate like challenge. This is my ultimate challenge. And so the clothes that I bought, I want to share them with you. And so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna take a couple of pictures and just post them. So if you girls are feel bad about going to the plus size section, you know what? Girl, as long as you're rocking what you're wearing, who cares? Who cares? I feel, oh, dude, honestly, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders now that I have clothes that fit me. I feel like, yes, like, look, I'm not busting out of my shirt. Okay, so I don't know. I don't think I can show you my shirt without it. But, I mean, this is cute. I like this. This was at Forever 21. So, anyways, I'll take pictures and I'll show you guys um, the shirts that I got. That was my story. I hope a couple of you can relate or, kind of just, I don't know. I personally, I invite you to take a look at yourself and not be like such a harsh critic, and to just realize that we all have our differences, and either way we're still beautiful. What matters the most and whose opinion matters the most is your own. Just because somebody comes and tells you that you don't look good, that you're fat, that you're this, that you're that, whose opinion should matter the most is yourself. Nobody else. Honestly. And if I say I'm fucking hot, I'm fucking hot. And I pretty much am. Like, without being conceited, Because I'm not a conceited person at all. Yeah. So, yeah. I know this videos are pretty long, so thank you for staying with me. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.